Portugal. There's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to know.
Hola, bon dia, alegria. Oh yeah, bit of applause. Hola, bon dia, alegria. Munson here with the Good Morning Portugal show, the live stream, the podcast, and of course the Portugal Club. Look at this. Come and learn more about Portugal, Portuguese, the language itself. We've got a 30-day language course and this country's wonderful culture at the Portugal Club, gmpvip.com. You can get a free 7-day trial there and you can get an annual discount if you'd like to support the Good Morning Portugal show. How are you doing? It looks like I'm a right old lush, doesn't it? In fact, it will at times throughout the whole show. We're finishing with Flanders and Swan this morning. Sorry, I've only just started. I'm talking about finishing. It sounds like my love life. Flanders and Swan. Are you familiar with Flanders and Swan? The suggestion of Coach Turner. I think we're liking playing music here. Madeira. You'll hear as we say goodbye later on, but loads to squeeze in before that. It's a hilarious story of a dirty old man, Madeira. Yes, quite amusing. And you have to see it in a particular historical context, I would say. Other than that, music this morning from the Gypsy Kings, because of course, as Pete said, they are playing in Penamacore, I think Saturday night. James are tomorrow, Friday evening, or the other way round. James, it's hard to know which James track to play. I think I've figured that out. It could even be a Gumpers anthem. If you've got bad knees, sit down is the obvious choice, isn't it? Or if you need to take weight off, as it were. We've got Alex Warren. I don't know who Alex Warren is. We've got some Alex Warren and Sting and Salvador Sobral, the choices of our guest this morning from CipleMaster. If you want to learn Portuguese in under 15 weeks, we show you how to get the basics in 30 days, but it's not certificated. If you want your A2 level Portuguese in under 15 weeks, talk to CipleMaster, ask questions of Francisco Lorenzo of CipleMaster, who'll be joining us at around 8:30, and we'll be hearing his musical choices when he joins us as well. But it should be fun. He seems like a really nice guy. With the WhatsApp conversation I've been having with him, I've just got some incoming information from him. He's talking to me in Portuguese. I see. Okay. I'm going to send him a message saying ao vivo, which I think means live, does it not? I'll find out. He's the CipleMaster, of course. If anyone can tell me if I'm using my Portuguese correctly, it'll be him. Yes, you do, Jackie. It'd be lovely to see you over there. There's so many resources over there. Look, and I know what you're thinking. Oh, another platform. But people do complain, don't they? I don't like Facebook, Facebag, whatever. All that advertising, and I'm the product. I've created a platform where there isn't any advertising, except for my own, of course, and I'm very subtle about it. And I'm there, open to criticism and feedback and constructive suggestions in a way that I think Mark Zuckerberg probably isn't. So I've gone and done it. I've created a platform where you're not going to get all that stuff and trolls and so on. It's moderate. It doesn't need to be moderated. It's just Gumpers hanging out with each other. Occasionally people do have funny do's, don't they? But we always handle that very nicely, and often people end up friends anyway, agreeing to disagree or whatever. But loads of useful information, not least the 30-day Portuguese course as created by Maria Malheiro and Vitor, which you can take advantage of. So good morning to you, Jackie. Yeah, pop over. If I know also what happens, people lose their logins and they're too embarrassed to say that they're locked out. I will help you get back in if that's the problem. Also, notifications. Too many notifications, Carl. I've just turned it all off. You can adjust your notifications. I'll show you how to do that as well. But the success and the popularity and the atmosphere in the club relies on people being there. I think it's pretty good. Antonio F. is doing an incredible job, and we've got a few regulars there. Be nice to see a few other people. Be nice to see a few more people sign up and support the Good Morning Portugal show. We're here every morning. And Gemini is as well this morning. Good morning to you, Gemini. Dan Thompson also. Bon dia to you, Dan. And I've been on there a few times, and it's got some fab info, but now I need to start interacting. You don't have to interact. It's absolutely fine. As long as I know you're getting some value out of it, that's all that matters to me. Not everybody is a timeline person, are they, who wants to be talking on the timeline and communicating. So no worries. Out riding, but I'll listen in. Fantastic. Good music for you today, Sarah. Yes, I haven't forgotten about your lovely offer of your friend who you think would be great on the show. We will be in touch in due course. We eventually get to everybody. Okay. Some of my friends wanted me to share the link. Okay, let me do. I've got to give that to Francisco now. View on YouTube. Then this is for Francisco, who's joining me. And that's an advert from YouTube. Excuse me while I just send him the link so that his pals can tune in. We're going to have some fun with Francisco a little bit later on. Francisco Lorenzo from CipleMaster. Learn your A2 level Portuguese certificated in under 15 weeks. How about that? I love a good natter, but it's a great place to get info and ask questions. It absolutely is. Don't you forget that. Right, so we play some music. Should we get underway with a real toe tapper? I think I challenge you to be still and be careful on your bicycle, Sarah, where you might be wanting to dance to this or wobble as you go along and shimmy down the streets of Setúbal while cycling. Be careful. I think this is going to get the party started very nicely this morning. Let's go.
Ese amor llega sin esta manera, no tiene la culpa. Caballo le dan sabana, porque muy despreciado, por eso no te perdono llorar. Ese amor llega sin esta manera, no tiene la culpa. Amor de compra y venta, amor del pasado. Ven, 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 ven. Bamboleo, bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. Bamboleo, bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. No te da perdón de Dios. Tú eres mi vida, la fortuna del destino. El destino te desaparado. Lo mismo ya callé, lo mismo soy yo. No te encuentro lavando. Eres posible, no te encuentro de verdad. Por eso un día no cuento si de nada. Lo mismo ya callé, lo pienso en ti. Bamboleo, bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así. Bamboleo, bambolea, porque mi vida yo la prefiero vivir así.
How about that? That's Gypsy Kings there. And Bombaleo, you'll be singing that. That's your earworm. And Bombaleo, the accent's your friend. Bombaleo. I think that's transferable from Spanish into Portuguese. Now, there's some doubt here. I can't find the gig listed that's happening. Are you sure they're happening or they're playing in Penamacor? Or is it my mistake? Did something get lost in translation? Sí, os Gypsy Kings by Diego Baliardo têm concertos marcados em Portugal em maio. em 2025 e em outros locais ao longo do ano. So, yes, we've missed those gigs in Porto, Lisboa, Estoril, Açores, and even in São Pedro, the festival, São Pedro Festival at the Macedo de Cavaleiros. However, there is a gig lined up. John, you'll be all right for this. 22nd of August, João do Norte might be there. That's a big old gig. It's a 900-year anniversary birthday of the Floral de Ponte Lima, their big festival, one of the oldest in Portugal. But nothing about Penamacor. Can we confirm or deny that this morning? Oh, I just cut myself off there, didn't I? I was sorry, I beg your pardon. We've got Francisco Senor Lorenzo joining us in a little while from CipleMaster. Let's continue with the music, shall we? Oh, also to mention the wine of the week. There's some doubt about whether the Good Morning Portugal Wine Club has had its monthly meeting replaced by the Portuguese Wine of the Week. Certainly not, Garvo. Sorry I didn't catch your show last night. How are you doing? How was it last night? The Portuguese wine of the week is this Montanha. Let me see if I can share it with you without destroying my new shelving display section over there behind me. That is getting bleached out by the studio lighting, but it's the Caves de Montanha up in the Bairrada district. It's another pink fizz. Second week running of Pink Fizz. It's just the season for it, isn't it? Rosé Bruto in the Método Clásico, possibly like the Pet Nat of the Chinado last week, but this I will be trying tonight. I hope with a couple of Austins this evening. It's been Ben Austin's birthday recently. If you didn't manage to wish him a happy birthday and you've got his WhatsApp number, why not send him belated birthday greetings? And I'm going to try this tonight. I like to try the Portuguese wine of the week with somebody else here in San Martinho de Porto. And last week I was on a catamaran actually on deck trying the Pet Nat Rosé done in a traditional style by Chinado. Really delicious it was too. Nunu, my new best friend, catamaran owner and violinist, and intrepid explorer, an amazing modern day Indiana Jones, really, who plays the violin on mountaintops. Incredible guy. He really approved of it, and I always really like it when a Portuguese person gives a high mark to a Portuguese wine. They've got lots to choose from, and I think they're very discerning and very educated about wine, and he really liked the Chinado, and he wasn't aware of it. It had the fantastic nautical theme label as well, which was highly appropriate. João do Norte and I tried the first Portuguese wine of the week, the Tapadas de Elvas, I believe it was called, the Alentejo Red. We both enjoyed that. This week, there it is, next to me there, the Caves de Montanha Rosé Bruto. I'm going to try that, hopefully with Ben Austin. And I suspect his old man, Terence Austin, will be there as well to have a little sip and tell us, he's not one for opinions. He's very humble, but he might just give us a view on what he thinks about that particular wine that we'll be trying tonight, hopefully poolside. That's ideal. That's his ideal environment, I think, is poolside. A chilled pink rosé fizz. Right, I think I'm going to play the James track now. I think that's the thing to do, because we've got three choices from Francisco when he arrives. We've got some Alex Warren, which is new to me. We've got some Sting, and we've got a beautiful track which you'll probably know. You may not know the artist or how it came to be so popular, but then again you might, and that'll be Salvador Sobral, that will be playing as one of the choices as well of Francisco. But between now and then, this is another Gumper anthem, as is Madeira Madeira, as suggested by Coach Turner. It's quite. I can imagine somebody who looks like Steptoe being the protagonist, or sorry, the antagonist in that particular song. More about that from Flanders and Swan later. James first, though, who also allegedly are playing in Penamacor over this weekend. A Gumper anthem then. Sit down if you're feeling a bit tired already. I know it's only 8:15, but you might have been busy already. You might have had to make a cup of tea and butter 2 slices of toast. If you're knackered already, how about a nice sit down?
sit down next to me in love and fear and hate and tears, in love and fear and hate and tears, in love and fear and hate and tears, in love and fear and hate.
Brilliant. James from Whalley Range in, I think, the second Manchester band, isn't it, that we've featured this week already in the all-new Good Morning Portugal show with music. And a song of compassion there. The lyrics, those who feel the breath of sadness, sit down next to me. It's not a song for people who need to take a break for a moment. Well, not necessarily anyway. Those who find they're touched by madness, sit down next to me. Here's a Gumper anthem. And those who find themselves ridiculous, sit down next to me. What a great tune. Sit down in sympathy. You have it here on the Good Morning Portugal show. And looking at the dates, maybe we're in more luck this time. Yes, we've actually a verified listing. Thanks to all new Good Morning Portugal show and all new search results from Google. This is the way to control the narrative, isn't it? Supposedly drawing on AI and the many minds of humanity, you just get one answer now to everything. How about that? Aren't you lucky? The British band James will be performing in Portugal during the summer of 2025. They will be playing a free concert. A free concert? Never mind if we are living in a digital dictatorship. You get free concerts here in Portugal. They will be playing a free concert at the Feira Terras de Lince in Penamacor. So Penamacor, August the 2nd, day after tomorrow, Saturday evening. Additionally, they are scheduled to perform at the Vilar de Mouros Festival in Caminha on August the 20th to the 23rd. I don't think they're doing every day of that. They'll be doing one gig, won't they, during that massive festival between... wasn't that one of the picks from Filomena recently? And they've already played the Festas de Cidade in Villarreal. I wonder if... Are they over here for a month's holiday, possibly? What a lovely country to tour. And if you could, actually, on that note, if you could see anybody here in Portugal, it's a great invitation, isn't it, to get in touch with your favourite band from back in the day. Say, look, I live in Portugal now. You should come over. It's fantastic. Maybe we, together with the Good Morning Portugal show, can help find some venues and some couches to sleep on, that sort of thing, spare rooms. Why don't we get in touch with some of our old favourite brands and bring them over? Right, cheers, Pete. I couldn't find Gypsy King's listing for Penamacor. Remember that all festas are put on through the hard voluntary work of the committee in each village. Who doesn't like a bit of hard voluntary work first thing in the morning, Pete? I know I do. Absolutely right. It's incredible, isn't it? And the associations that are working all year. I was in one of my local places at, what's it called? Chá de Poradas. And it's a local association. There's a kids' playground, there's a cafe, community centre, the school's nearby. It looks like they do sort of day centre stuff for oldies as well. And it's open all the time I go there, presumably not overnight, but it's open, during the day and into the evening. And they put on a gig, and I think they grossed about 30 grand for a village festival, and of which I think about 11 was profit to put back into the association. And you can get... They have a special relationship, don't they, with the taxes they pay, I believe. So everything's a bit cheaper. You get a Sagres Mini for €1, whatever, a coffee for under €1, a little petisco, torrada, tostamista, that sort of thing. Absolutely brilliant part of life here in Portugal. They lay on activities all year to fund the festa. Absolutely. What new city? And I will send you the... Oh, nice one, Pete. That's great. Fantastic. I don't want to send people to Penamacor tomorrow evening if the Gypsy Kings aren't there. Still in Lisbon. I thought he said bollocks. He actually said we only moved a few blocks. Thankfully, I didn't have to say that word out loud. Oh! Okay, let's have a look over at the Portugal Club, because talking of musical festivals, our dear friend, our vizinho Portuguese, that'll be Antonio, still working on that jingle so that it doesn't repeat and echo as if it's been eating onions. Okay, we've done the James dates. Did we tell you anything about the band James? Suffice to say that they are, let's have a look, English rock band, of course, from Manchester, formed in 82. The funny thing about them is, you might not have heard of them, but they've got millions of plays on Spotify and loads of hits. The more you look, you more discover things like the band has sold more than 25 million albums worldwide. That's pretty impressive, isn't it? Second Manchester band of the week to be featured. That's James playing at Penamacore, in Penamacore on Saturday evening. And yes, let's go to the Portugal Club, where Antonio F., the Vizinho Portuguese, has been busy, not only with his crime report and his saying of the day, but also musical festivals. He's got a new listing for us. And what's this? Not exactly a music festival, but it has lots of music. Okay, after last year's 190,000 people attendance, Gondomar's municipality expects more people in this year. They might break the 200k mark, I guess, with their Noite Branca, their White Night event that will take place on the 6th of September. Several good Portuguese singers will perform there, so I will just cut and paste, copy and paste. I'll copy and paste. What do I do? Copiar endereço do link. Anybody else set up their computer so it's all in Portuguese, which becomes quite stressful when you're working in a hurry. There's the link anyway. Thank you very much for that. I think it might be time to play the walk-on music of our mate, our new best friend in learning Portuguese very quickly, or certificated Portuguese very quickly. We'll bring him on after his music, which we'll play in just a moment. Hold on a minute. Yes, Parada de Gonta Festa on this weekend. 4 nights, 4 live bands. Thank you for that. That's great to hear. Good morning to you, Hugh. Because I'm the only booze drinker in the house, although Mrs. M did have a little sip of the fizz, your 2022 fizz. Every time I go to the fridge, because I hadn't finished it, it's popped its cork, Hugh. It's popped its cork. I'm finding the cork somewhere else in the fridge. How many fridges are being destroyed currently by your fizz, I wonder, around Portugal and the rest of the world, probably? In the land of the lynxes, I guess that is us, is it? No, the Iberian lynx, of course, the reference there, I think. The Land of the Lynxes Festival starts tomorrow with the Gypsy Kings, James on Saturday. The reason they are playing is that they have had properties here for over 20 years. Just like to pop across the border, right? And entertain and come and see their Portuguese neighbours over here, the Gypsy Kings. I think they also live in the mountains. I think I knew an A&R man. Weren't they signed to Sony years ago? And I think I knew the only A&R man who they would speak to, because they became quite enigmatic with all their success. And he was the only one who could drive up into the hills of the Spanish Highlands or whatever, Spanish mountains, to speak to them, to tell them that they were being re-signed or not, or dropped or whatever. Obviously, I don't suppose they were dropped, were they ever? Obviously, they are all building up to the best festa in all of Portugal, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th in Orca, which me and Diane will be working at every night and morning. Which stand are you on? Are you doing cocktails again this year, Pete? Okay, Diane has sent a poster on WhatsApp. We will bring that onto the screen for you. Loving the music on the show and loving sharing music gigs and listings with you as well. So let's play the next tune, and it will be the walk-on music of our guest this morning, who should be here in a couple of minutes. That will be Francisco Lorenzo of CipleMaster, who can help you get your A2 in 15 weeks, certificated and obviously citizenship ready. Now, we know there's a few challenges around citizenship, but we'll see what he's got to say about that. And some people are rushing now, obviously, just in case the whole, the years you've clocked up are grandfathered and you don't have to go for the full 10 years, should that be introduced, which do we think it will be? I don't know. What's your feeling about that? Tell me in the comments. We'll talk to Francisco, obviously, about that, because it's very prescient to the work he's doing. This is Alex Warren, new to me, a track called Ordinary. His walk-on music, effectively.
They say the holy water's watered down. and this town's lost its faith. Our colors will fade eventually, so if our time is running out, day after day, we'll make the mundane our masterpiece. Oh my love, I take one look at you, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down till we're dead and buried, on the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your vibe. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so out of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground of your sanctuary. Shatter me with your touch, oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found hopeless hallelujah on this side of heaven's gate. Oh, my life, how do ya breathe and take my breath away? At your altar I will pray, you're the sculptor, I'm the clay. Oh my, you're taking me out of the ordinary. I want you laying me down so we're dead and buried, on the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your vine. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so out of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground, sanctuary. Shatter me when you touch, oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so heavenly, higher than ecstasy. Whenever you're next to me, oh my, what was in black and white until I saw your light. I thought you had to die to find something so out of the ordinary. How are you laying me down till we're dead and buried, on the edge of your knife, staying drunk on your vine. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found something so out of the ordinary. You got me kissing the ground, sanctuary. Shatter me with your touch, oh Lord, return me to dust. The angels up in the clouds are jealous knowing we found.
Hold on a minute. Let's not peak too early with his next selection. Could you guess what that was from the opening bars there? He distracted me. He needs he needs a little bit longer before he joins me. That was perfectly set up, Francisco, for you to walk in, scheduled, and to be here. But yes, it's the answer to you. And thanks for help from Bob Ross, who's just finishing off the visuals on the screen there. Morning to you, Gary, as well. Good morning to you, Peish de Galish, I'm guessing. Okay, let's have a look. Is this A2 course recognised by the government to get citizenship? I believe so. We shall find out from Francisco when he joins us. I'm going to tell you a bit about Alex Warren, actually, so let's do that. There you go. Yeah, if you could just give me a bit of a massage there, Bob, that'd be fantastic. Wonderful. Okay, Alex Warren, official website then. Don't know a lot about the fella. He actually looks a lot younger than I imagined him to be from his voice. So let me go back to finding out a little bit more about him. I did enjoy that greatly, so thank you very much. What? He's 24 years old. He sounds like a not an old man, but he's, his voice. It's a bit like Joss Stone, isn't it? Who sounded like she had all the life experience of a woman, from the United States of around 60, when she was singing at about 15 years of age. Alex Warren might be similar. American singer. Have I heard his voice on a movie? He's definitely got a movie voice, isn't he? He is an American songwriter, YouTuber, and influencer. He's got enough talent just to be a songwriter, isn't he? Everyone has to be everything these days. Come on, Alex, leave some jobs for the rest of us, YouTubers and influencers. He was a founding member of the collaborative TikTok group. Okay, that's how he came to prominence. The Hype House from 2019 to 2022. That passed me by, as I suspected did a lot of people in this community. He began independently releasing music in 2021 before getting signed to Atlantic Records the following year. Albums include "You'll Be Alright, Kid," "You'll Be Alright, Kid." Is that a message from his agent, his manager, or his parents? I wonder. But a mere 24 years of age and singing like that, fantastic. What's this? Going to take the Cipple anyway. Okay, no exam, all online. Okay, see you guys, says Sarah. Time to hit the shower. We can ask these questions directly of Francisco in a little while. And I think people get nervous, don't they, with the idea of speaking Portuguese. Calm down, everybody. Francisco will be telling us about CipleMaster. And he might have a few learning Portuguese tips for us as well this morning. He's going to join us live in just a moment. Let's just let him get comfortable in the Good Morning Portugal green room. Francisco, help yourself, please, if you will, to the nibbles and the Portuguese wine of the week, which is a little bit of pink fizz back there. So do enjoy yourself, and we'll see you in just a moment. We're looking forward to giving you a nice big round of applause and bringing you onto the screen. Maybe, Francisco, can you give me a thumbs up when you're ready, and we'll bring you on, and we'll give you a nice big round of applause. Let's see what other comments we've got coming in. It may well be better. What's this? It may well be a better course, I suspect it is, than the horrible government one. Ooh, that's the first time somebody said something as frank as that. Do you mean the endurance test, which is learning Portuguese at your local school through the government scheme? But important to know in case you need it for a government purpose. That is going to be, obviously, our first question for Francisco, how it works for citizenship. Let's give him a nice big round of applause and bring him onto the screen. Hola, bom dia, Francisco.
Bom dia, Carl.
How are you doing there? I'm just changing the settings so we don't get a nasty echo. I think we can hear you loud and clear. And why have you got my initials on your screen? That's really a nice touch. Thank you very much. Oh no, it stands.
I know. I did everything. Yeah, I think we're good.
Tudo how are you doing? Executive Director of CipleMaster. Great to have you here. We've got questions for you already. How are you? Where are you this morning?
Thank you so much for having me. It's great to be here and finally, meet you face to face. Let's say.
Taking a while.
I'm speaking to you from Porto myself. So it's sunny day. It's been sunny days these last couple of days. So let's keep it up because we like the good weather.
Finalmente, right? It's taken a while for this summer to get going, but we've got it now, thankfully. Been a bit windy here on the Silver Coast. It sounds like you're having a lovely time in Porto. What a lovely city to be in the summer by the river there. A fantastic location. How did you get to be the CipleMaster Meister, as it were? How did this come about? Tell us a little bit about yourself, if you will.
Yeah, of course. So I actually studied in the UK when I was younger. So I did my undergraduate in Guildford, so in the University of Surrey. Yeah, I did.
Fantastic.
It was a really good time there. So I was there for 4 years, so 3 years studying, then a year working, and then I moved up to Nottingham for a year as well.
Wow.
So I did some time in working in the UK. And when I came back, I started working for this group. So CipleMaster is actually part of a larger group called the Vermilion Group, which works in education. So we do own quite a lot of companies, all regarding, or most of them regarding education. And I started working for another company called OK Student. Which we were helping other students like I did that wanted to go and study abroad. So that's how I started. We were sending over 2,000 students per year from Portugal that wanted to get a chance to study and work in the UK. Then
Amazing.
Brexit happened, right? So.
Yeah, careful. Let's gloss over that because that opens up the wound here, and people can get a bit eggy about that. But suffice to say that was probably a little bit compromised. But what a lovely thing you've done to, I suppose, broaden the minds and the experiences of so many young Portuguese people in the way that happened to you. I was born in Kingston in Surrey, and I later went. Yeah, and then I went to live in Sheffield, so we have a similar path up there. It's
Yeah.
probably similar places we've been to and
And
experiences.
I'll tell you something, Carl, even funnier than when I moved to Nottingham, I went there to work in a college in Nottingham. I'm not going to do advertising for them, but
You can if you want.
my
You can if you want.
yeah, it was called New College Nottingham. I think they changed the name now. But my first day in the job, they actually sent us out to Sheffield. So we were
Really?
there for 3 days for a conference. So there you go. We even have more things in common.
Some of the most wonderful women in the world, in Sheffield for sure. I fell in love with a girl in Sheffield and moved there from London. It's amazing. What were your first impressions of Sheffield? I mean, it's quite the contrast. I mean, if you're a Porto guy, there are some similarities, but what was it like to be from sunny Portugal and go to possibly rainy and grey and dark Sheffield?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a very different style of weather, and that's probably the thing that I miss the most about Portugal. And that's why probably a lot of your viewers actually came down here is just because of the weather, right? Especially those of them who are in the Algarve, they get really good weather most of the year. So I think that was like the first impression. It was actually a really rainy day when I got there, so I was like, okay, yeah, this is North England for you.
Oh yes, the warmth of the people can make up for that, thankfully.
Oh,
Um,
they can. No, yeah,
But we've got
absolutely.
it. We've got it all here. We've got warm people and warm weather, thankfully, and finally here in Portugal. And you're here to tell us a bit more about CipleMaster, which is great. I mean, this is going to come as a real relief to some people. And of course, there's the whole recent proposed citizenship changes,
Yeah,
which of course must have had a few more people ring you up just recently
yeah,
to get this done. It's a requirement, of course, of citizenship to have
yeah.
A2 level Portuguese. Could you tell us about the origins of this?
Of
Is that
course.
what this product is specifically aimed at? People wanting to get
Yeah,
citizenship?
absolutely, Carl. So yeah, exactly that. So we actually started this company about 3 years ago, give or take. Because of well, one of the lawyers that helps us in the legal aspect of our group actually came to us with a problem. So he was mentioning that he has a lot of clients that are from abroad that are going through either the golden visa process or just a normal citizenship process here in Portugal, and they were they were facing an issue with the test because obviously the A2 level test is not easy. So a lot
Yeah.
of them were just trying it and failing it, and it's um, very bad. I mean, when you're actually going for something and then you fail, it just gets people get anxious and all of that. So he said,
Right.
you guys need to find a solution that just makes it a bit easier for everyone because everyone it just wants to do the A2 level requirement. That's not the issue. It's just the way to do it that was the most struggle.
Yes.
So we actually looked into the law and. Yeah, this is actually in the law that you can do it 15 or how many weeks you want course, and that's actually also recognized by the government as an alternative to just doing the simple exam. So we looked into it, and we just tried to make it as I don't want to say easy because it sounds wrong, but
It's not easy, is
something
it?
that's as flexible. Let's put it that way
Yeah.
as possible. So we made it online. We have different speeds at which you can do the test, the course as well. So yeah, that's how we started. So for the beginning, we were just working exclusively for their clients. But since the beginning of last year, we actually opened up, and now we work with everyone that wants to join this opportunity. And yes, you're correct, Carl. With this change or potential change in the law, this past month or so, it's been absolutely crazy. So yeah, we've been having to hire a lot of new teachers because obviously we want to try and help as many people as possible because we do appreciate that this must be troubling times for people we were expecting to get the citizenship application in as soon as possible. So we also developed what you see down there, the super fast track, which is just an option for those people who are already at the 5-year mark and could potentially submit their applications now, but they're just required to do the language requirements. So we actually put together a very fast course for people that still need to do it before the new potential law comes into effect.
Yeah, it's very interesting, isn't it? That because we don't know what's going to happen, I think, until
Yeah.
September. But I suppose some people are not gaming it, but like second guessing that if the legislation means that those who already applied will still only have to prove 5 years residency. If they've got,
Yeah.
if they can apply there and then, and they've got their A2 certificate, they'll be in a better position than those who haven't got the A2 certificate. But time will tell, right? We will, we
Yeah,
will
Carl.
find out in
Yeah.
September, I think.
Absolutely. I mean, obviously, I'm not a lawyer, so I always tell to people that if you're in doubt, obviously just seek legal advice, because I think those are the best people to actually talk about those specifics. But from our perspective, we do agree with that view that perhaps people who have already everything in order by the time the law comes into place, they will be obviously in a much better position than those who will be waiting for what comes. So
Yeah.
we're telling all of our potential students to just start it. If this is something that they want to complete, ASAP, just get it done, because it will always be a requirement anyway.
Yep.
What may happen is they might increase the level of the language, but that doesn't mean that this course won't be approved. It just means that they'll probably have to do something else on top of this course. But this
Yeah.
course will always be a base for their applications regardless. So,
Yes.
people should just do it if this is something that they want, of course.
Yes, very good. Okay, we're going to play your second musical choice, and then we'll come back and talk some more and answer some of the questions from our community. Now, I've been a little bit hasty here. I've put Mr. S in timeout. I've put him on the naughty step because I like it when people are polite, even if they are critical or have questions that might be difficult. I like people to ask them in a constructive and polite way. But I've been a bit heavy-handed with Mr. S. So if you're still listening, I do apologize for that. But instead of saying those prices are too high, how about we ask Francisco, what do you get for that? And where's the value? Because I think just, just slagging people off or just making summary judgments is not very helpful. And I think we can dig down after we've heard from Sting to find out what sort of value is available with the prices, because the price, it's not cheap to do it, but I imagine you'll unpack the value for us, and we will compare and contrast with going to your local school for a few months twice a week. And I'll answer that question about B1 and B2. So sorry, Mr. S, I was a bit heavy-handed there. But let's be polite and friendly towards our guests on the show. And let's listen to their musical choices as well. We listened to Alex Warren. Now, you've introduced me to Alex Warren. I know I'd heard that voice, Francisco, before. Great to hear him, and thank you for. I think he's quite on heavy rotation with your playlist at the moment.
Correct.
Sting, Englishman in New York. Why Englishman in New York?
Well, you made me think about something that would describe what we try to do here at Ciple. And one of the reasons that you should learn a new language, especially when you're when you're abroad, is to make you feel at home, right? But at the same time, you can still maintain some of your traditions from back home, and that's absolutely fine. So I thought that the Englishman in New York, obviously we're not doing the Englishman in New York, but rather an Englishman in Portugal. So I tried to make that comparison, and it felt clever. I don't know.
You know what? I'm thinking to myself, we could re-record it as an Englishman in the Algarve, who likes his eggs. He likes his eggs done on one side. What I'll do is I'll put you back in the waiting room, because otherwise you're going to have to sit through this whole song and like dance or be under the spotlight. So we'll have a listen to Sting. I'll have a scroll through your website to stimulate a few more questions as well, and we'll bring you back on after after Sting has sung, as it were, here. So see you in a couple of minutes, and thank you for this selection.
No worries.
I don't drink coffee, I take tea, my dear. I like my toast done on one side. You can hear it in my accent when I talk. I'm an Englishman in New York. You see me walking down Fifth Avenue, walking cane here at my side. Take it everywhere I walk. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. If manners make us manners, someone say he's our hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Whoa, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Modesty, propriety, the leads to notoriety. You couldn't bypass the only one. Gentleness, sobriety, rare in this society. And that a candle's brighter than the sun. Takes more than combat gear to make a man. Takes more than a license for a gun. Confront your enemies, avoid them when you can. A gentleman will walk but never run. The manners make of manners, someone say. He's our hero of the day. It takes a man to suffer ignorance and smile. Be yourself, no matter what they say.
Whoa.
No matter what they say. Be yourself, no matter what they say. Be yourself, no matter what they say. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman, no matter what they say. Be yourself, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman, no matter what they say. Be yourself, I'm an alien. I'm a legal alien. I'm an Englishman, no matter what they say.
There he is, Richmond in New York. That's Sting, of course, formerly of the Police. Yeah, that was such a great joke to be able to say, wasn't it, back in the day? Have you got a police record? Yes, Walking on the Moon. And I think it is about Quentin Crisp. Let's bring Francisco Lorenzo back on from CipleMaster. He's here somewhere. Now, this there he goes. Sorry, I've pressed so many buttons here. I'm not sure if it's me or the software. It's probably me, Francisco. Welcome back.
That's
Great
fine.
track.
Thank you.
I mean, great musically as well. And I was trying to find out who the bass player was. Of course, it's Sting himself. And you've got Branford Marsalis on that soprano saxophone, Manu Katché on drums. It's a dream team lineup, isn't it? And Mino Sinelu on percussion as well. Fantastic track. The bass, that percussion breakdown, and bringing back memories for lots of Gumpers here this morning. I'm in Lamego enjoying myself with mimosas and all for breakfast. Wow, that's living the dream here in Portugal. Part of being in Portugal, learning the language, and part of citizenship, of course, having the A2. This is how CipleMaster can help. Can you tell us how it works and describe to us, what's involved for somebody who wants to enroll and get this A2 done in 15 weeks, please, Francisco?
Of course. First of all, the music is a classic, right? I think all
Yeah,
generations love this song, so that's why I
yeah.
also chose it. And we none of us really want to feel like an alien. So if you learn a bit of the language, you feel less of an alien as well. So there you
Absolutely.
go. Um, I mean, just replying to what was said before. Obviously, we do appreciate that these amounts might feel big when you look at it this way, and that's where I wanted to start, just to break it down. Like you said before, you need to realize that this is a 150 hours course. So that means that if you break down the amount per hour, it comes down to less than 30 euros per hour, which is perfectly acceptable for any language course out there and any private course that you do. Some of them are a lot more expensive than this, so that's where we stand compared to other schools, especially the public school that your listener was talking about. It comes down to sizing, and that's where we stand out. All of our classes have a maximum of 8 students per class. Whilst public schools, they can go up to 25. So it's completely different, the level of teaching and the level of learning as well that you get from being in a small group rather than a big group. Obviously, it's down to people's choice. Obviously, if people want to go for other options, it's absolutely fine. It just means that we do it differently. So all of our courses are online. So some people also prefer to be in the comfort of their home rather than having to go somewhere to be taught. Because obviously they'll lose a lot of time in driving to and from school. So it's just a different style compared to what you'd get at a physical school here in Portugal. So that's
But they might not be here as well, right, Francisco? If they're a golden visa person who's looking to be here on that scheme, and
yeah.
people with the golden visa don't have to be in Portugal very much, do they? So that will be another reason to do it online in this way, because they're not going to fly to their to a local school in Portugal to do the A2 twice a week. So that would be another a particular a group, a client group of yours, I suspect, with golden visa.
You're absolutely fine, Carl, and you're actually right when you say that, because I would say perhaps 90% of our students are actually living abroad. So we do get a lot of golden visa students that join us. And for them, it really is the only option to do it online, because they're not really going to come to Portugal for 3 months or even a month and a half if they want to do the fast track, the super fast track option, just to do a course. So for them, it's much easier to just do it online and in the comfort of their home, especially if they travel a lot, which is the
Yeah,
case with a lot of these people. So we
and
just
Nicole,
need to be flexible.
yeah,
And
and if
Nicole
you're in your
Kidman.
if you're in your movie trailer, this is the ideal. If you're on tour making a movie, this
I
is
tell you what, Carl. Obviously, I can't say names because we do respect the privacy of our students, but we do have some famous people that
I
have
bet,
joined
yeah,
our courses. So
yeah,
we have some fellow YouTubers of yours that also joined our courses.
very good.
So we have some DJs, famous DJs that also joined our courses. So yeah, we do have some famous people. Obviously, unfortunately, I can't say names, but we
No,
do.
of course
Yeah.
you can't. No, I totally understand that, and this is why I won't do the A1 or A2 in my local school, because it'll be too disruptive for everybody if I went along, wouldn't it? Obviously.
Totally. But I'm sure people would love it, though, to be able to be a fellow colleague of yours.
Right, absolutely depends on the teacher. This is interesting about the school course as well. One of my criticisms, I have to say, and I made a joke recently, like, what does A2 stand for? It stands for I can't speak Portuguese. A lot of people do the course in the school, And and I'm sure it depends on the teacher and how much conversational work there is, and actually how much the student goes out and applies what they've learned. But it can be in the school situation, it can be very technical, grammatical, and theoretical, whereby
Yeah.
people don't actually speak much more Portuguese after. I'm sure that's not the case for you and CipleMaster, and I'm really grateful for you coming here this morning and having a chat. Lots of love to you and to Porto and all the team, and good luck with this, especially with the increased demand with all that's happening. And we'll find out, of course, what's happening with the citizenship, possible changes in September. I'm going to play Salvador Sobral. Is there anything you'd like to say about that, or anything else you want to mention about CipleMaster before we say goodbye to you? Say ciao, ciao, abrazos, beijinhos, adios, até já. All the ways of saying Portuguese goodbyes to you this morning.
No, so obviously, just wanted to say thanks to you, Carl, for bringing me on. It's a pleasure to speak with you and to your viewers and listeners. Obviously, we're here to help. If anyone wants to join us, we'd love to have them on board. And yeah, let's keep it a ciao, because it's more informal, right? So it's also our approach to learning Portuguese. We try to keep it as informal as possible, because we do believe that that's the best way to just learn a new language. So let's leave it at ciao.
Superb. Thank you. And
Salvador Sobral is one of my favorite songs. So I'm sure a lot of your listeners have heard about it. So, but we won the Eurovision with that song, so it's a big proud moment for all of us. So.
And it's a very moving song. I think for me, it beautifully, and it was great that it won Eurovision, because it's not a classic Eurovision track, but it is a classic Portuguese track. I think it really conveys the depth and beauty, and the whole saudade feeling of the Portuguese soul. So thank you very much for choosing Salvador Sobral. Thanks for being here today. Thank you everybody for being here today. We'll go out with a couple of tunes, and we'll say goodbye, ciao ciao, to Francisco Lores. Okay, bye for now. Chip chip.
Bye, Carl. Thank you.
Right, let's put stereo back on.
Se dia alguém perguntar por mim, diz que vivi para te amar. Antes de ti só existi, cansado e sem nada para dar. Meu bem, ouve as minhas preces, peço que regresses, que me voltes a querer. Eu sei que não se ama sozinho, talvez devagarinho possas voltar a aprender. Peço que regresses, que me voltes a querer. Eu sei que não se ama sozinho, talvez devagarinho possas voltar a aprender. Se o teu coração não quiser ceder, não sentir paixão, não quiser sofrer, sem fazer plano do que virá depois. O meu coração pode amar
That decanter and this hat gave us the idea for this little Edwardian song. She was young, she was pure, she was new, she was nice, she was fair, she was sweet, 17. He was old, he was violent, no stranger to vice. He was base, he was bad, he was mean. He had slyly inveigled her up to his flat to view his collection of stamps. And he said as he hastened to put out the cat, the wine, his cigar, and the lamps, "Have some Madeira, my dear. You really have nothing to fear. I'm not trying to tempt you, that wouldn't be right. You shouldn't drink spirits at this time of night. Have some Madeira, my dear. It's a very much nicer than beer. I don't care for sherry, one cannot drink stout, and port is a wine I can well do without. It's simply a case of shackle and ass on gout. Have some Madeira, my dear." Unaware of the wiles of the snake in the grass, of the fate of the maiden who topes, she lowered her standards by raising her glass, her courage, her eyes, and his hopes. She sipped it, she drank it, she drained it, she did. He quietly refilled it again. And he said as he secretly carved one more notch on the butt of his gold-handled cane, "Have some Madeira, my dear. I've got a small cask of it here. And once it's been opened, you know it won't keep. Do finish it up. It will help you to sleep. Have some Madeira, my dear. It's a really an excellent year. Now, if it were gin, you'd be wrong to say yes. The evil gin does would be hard to assess. Besides, it's inclined to affect me prowess. Have some Madeira, my dear." Then there flashed through her mind what her mother had said with her antepenultimate breath. "Oh, my child, should you look on the wine when 'tis red, be prepared for a fate worse than death." She let go her glass with a shrill little cry. Crashed till it fell to the floor. When he asked what in heaven, she made no reply. Up her mind and a dash for the door. "Have some Madeira, my dear," rang out down the hall, loud and clear, a tremulous cry that was filled with despair as she paused to take breath in the cool midnight air. "Have some Madeira, my dear," the words seemed to ring in her ear. Until the next morning she woke up in bed with a smile on her lips and an ache in her head, and a beard in her ear roll that tickled and said, "Have some Madeira, my dear."
In Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts you need to